Hello, everybody. Welcome to my review of The Pack. This is the most recent paperback from Hell that I read, and I decided to read this one because my brother picked it out. After I rage quit on The Nest, I told my brother I just didn't know which one to read next, and he took a look at them and picked out this one. I think he liked the cover on this one the most, and I really love this cover too. Um, but this book, this is sort of going to be a little bit like middle of the road, I guess, because while I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. It's not a bad book. It just lost me a little bit towards the middle. And I guess I'll just get right into it. I mean, it's a really fast paced book, and it's only 213 pages, so it's a really quick read. And like I said, it's really fast paced. Things get moving right away. And the first like 60 pages were a breeze, but by the time we got to like page 90, like it got kind of awful. I'll get more into that in a minute. But the thing about books is like, if any part, the beginning, middle, or end is going to be bad, I prefer it to be the beginning. Because when you sit down to read a book, you have a lot of time, usually when you at least start the book. And so, you read 40 pages or 30 pages and you're like, it's not that good. But then you keep reading and maybe it'll get better. And if it doesn't, you just set it down. But then when the middle sucks, it's like, well, should I keep reading? Is the end going to be bad too? And then if it's just the end that sucks, it's like, wow, so I wasted my whole time reading this for a bad ending. I really hate when it's the middle the most that's bad, because then it's like, it really discourages me from, getting to the end. And so I did put off reading this a little bit. It took me a while to get through this book. Also, I was a little bit busy, but also I never really felt like a urge to go read this book. Like once I got to the middle, it really started to drag, and like it definitely did have an interesting story to it. So basically this dude Larry, his parents live sort of in the middle of nowhere, and Larry, his wife, their two kids, they're gonna go visit his parents, and then from there, it cuts to Larry's parents, and sort of weird things have been going on in town. Like fences have been knocked down, and there's these tracks everywhere, and so people think there might be a problem with some loose dogs that have formed a pack. And then we cut a little bit later to when Larry comes by, and then like on the same day when he visits his parents, his dad gets attacked by a dog. I know this is sort of spoilery, but his dad does get attacked and killed by one of the dogs. But I mean, that happens early in the book. It's not like I'm revealing a plot twist. But his dad dies, and a neighbor dies, and there's a big snowstorm. So everybody's like, they're like locked into this house, and it's like after that, that's when they lose me, because it starts really exciting, because all this happens in the start. Okay, like the first like 60 pages. Okay, like all this happens early on, and I'm just thinking like, okay, it's gonna get crazy, but it doesn't, because okay, Larry's dad dies, and his wife's reaction 2 pages later is to tell him it was his fault. Like at the beginning of this book, there was good character development. Like you saw they had a rocky marriage, and that was really displayed pretty well. But then, when we get to the middle, she's just really evil. So his wife is evil, and then like I don't know, his mom, her reaction really doesn't feel like she lost a husband. So Larry calls his brother Kenny, because I guess his brother's like some sort of hunter or something and would know how to deal with these dogs. And like he really doesn't believe him when this dude Larry's like, "Yo, Dad's dead," and he's just like, "Oh, are you sure?" Like just like casually, just like he doesn't really show much emotion. Like their phone call just like proceeds as normal. Like it was just like, "Oh, we're talking about the weather," is like how it came off. And then like later, like towards the middle, towards the endish, like well, probably more towards the middle, when like this dude Kenny's like on his way there. Like I don't know, he's like, "My brother sounded serious on the phone, so I guess I better come by and try and help. This does sound important." I'm like, what do you mean that like he sounded serious? Like of course he sounded serious. Like your dad died. But so like the character development stuff was good at the beginning, and in the middle it just got a little dumb. Now it does pick up a little bit more towards the end, so it's like not all hope is lost with this book. Like it's just like the middle chunk I just did not like. Starts very good, very fast pace. I'd say it has a solid ending, but just the middle I thought was sort of just junk. And I found myself speed reading honestly through the middle, just sort of skimming it until I got to the more exciting parts towards the end. But honestly, it was still an all right read. And I think if you like, killer animal books, killer dog books. I definitely think you'd like this book. Like I said, it's not a bad book. I just sort of give it like a 5 out of 10 because just sort of like middle of the road on it. But anyways, guys, if you guys want to check out Paperbacks from Hell, I'll have the link down in the description to Valancourt Books' website where you guys could check these out. Also, if you want to read any of my books, all 5 of my books are down in the description, including my new book, Locked Coffins. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.